Consider this. A man in his late 60s who has long since come to terms with the fact that his best days are behind him grabs a few commonplace objects from his kitchen shelf that he hasn't used in years. After combining them to make a straightforward beverage and taking a sip, everything changes in less than 30 minutes. He feels a surge of energy, his confidence returns, and his body awakens in a manner not seen since his childhood. No prescription drugs, no intrusive procedures, just a natural mild mixture that synchronizes with his body's natural cycles. Hi there, I'm Dr. Leila, a seasoned medical professional with over 30 years of experience helping men navigate the difficulties of aging. I specialize in men's health and wellness. I have walked with innumerable people, veterans who have fought on many fronts, industrious farmers who have labored in the sun, committed teachers molding the minds of future generations, and powerful CEOs negotiating boardrooms. These guys thought that their declines in performance were an inevitable aspect of aging. However, what I'm going to share today has given them the ability to go back in time in significant and surprising ways. The story that Father Time is to blame for your declining vitality and that slowing down is a natural consequence of growing older is probably familiar to you. Nevertheless, allow me to reveal a shocking truth. The calendar isn't the only thing to blame for a lot of males. It frequently manifests subtly as decreased blood flow, hormone imbalances, and a lack of vital minerals. And the fastest, safest cure isn't hidden in some fancy facility or under a pharmacist's watchful eye. Most likely, it's already in your cabinet, just waiting to be found again. I'll show you 5 specific vinegar-infused concoctions today that can protect your testosterone levels, open up your arteries, and boost your energy levels, some of which start working as quickly as 20 minutes. And stay tuned, because I'm about to reveal the ultimate powerhouse elixir, a brilliant combination of the greatest ingredients from all 5. So strong, it's reviving men in their 70s and 80s. Let me explain why this strikes such a deep chord with me before we get started. I focused on how lifestyle and natural interventions can outperform synthetic remedies in my early career as a urologist and endocrinologist. I've read research from places like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School that shows how common substances can affect hormone balance and vascular health. For example, studies published in the Journal of Nutrition demonstrate that acetic acid in vinegars can enhance endothelial function, which is essential for healthy circulation and lower blood pressure. However, my interest is fueled by human tales rather than just numbers. After September 11th, I remember seeing a surge of patients, many of whom were first responders battling stress-related health deterioration. I was motivated to improve these strategies after witnessing them take back their lives with easy, research-based changes. As Dr. Leila, I now address you as a sympathetic mentor who has personally observed these changes rather than as an aloof authority. Together, let's set off on this adventure with a combination that is both simple and groundbreaking. Pure, raw honey combined with organic apple cider vinegar was our initial powerhouse combination. One thing that comes to mind when I think back on my more than 30 years of practice is that nature's remedies are frequently inconspicuous, yet incredibly powerful. Consider I met Harold, a 72-year-old ex-firefighter, on a typical clinic day. His wide shoulders drooped as he trudged in, certain that his dying spark could only be saved by a blue pill. His energy had diminished, he was estranged from his wife, and ordinary pleasures seemed subdued. He tried this blend even though he was initially dubious about my suggestion. When he called a week later, his voice was full of astonishment as he spoke of a regeneration he had not dared to dream for. Acetic acid, a natural ally that functions as a kind of gentle artery cleaning agent, is found in apple cider vinegar, the humble bottle collecting dust in your cabinet. Similar to rust in old pipes, arteries can harden and develop plaque and inflammation as we age, making it more difficult for blood to flow freely. In order to reduce inflammation, dissolve such barriers, and replenish fluidity, this vinegar is used. But when you combine it with raw honey, that viscous amber liquid full of living enzymes, the real synergy is revealed. Raw honey, as opposed to processed honey, contains chrysin, a flavonoid that prevents the aromatase enzyme from turning your testosterone into estrogen. Many men don't realize how this small act of stealing gradually weakens their manly drive, resulting in weariness and poor performance. In my experience, this combination rekindles a man's inner self and not just improves bodily reactions. I suggest adding 8 ounces of warm water to 2 teaspoons of organic apple cider vinegar and 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered honey. About 30 minutes before you want to feel your best, take a sip. The honey's enzymes are activated by the heat, speeding up absorption and ensuring that the benefits manifest quickly. Harold reported not only gains in the bedroom, but also the return of his daily energy, with mornings brighter and attention sharper, as if a long-carried burden had been lifted. This promotes strong arteries, regulated hormones, and consistent vitality without startling side effects. It is holistic rather than superficial. Examine this paper from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition to gain a deeper understanding. Regular consumption of vinegar has been shown to enhance insulin sensitivity, hence indirectly promoting hormone stability. I've observed this in patients with metabolic disorders where this blend improved mood and weight management in addition to increasing closeness. One story that sticks in your mind. After retiring, a 65-year-old teacher felt unwelcome in social situations. He discussed how it improved his perception of himself, reunited with old acquaintances, and increased his charity work after implementing this on a regular basis. These repercussions beyond the immediate are what make this so fulfilling. It is a ritual that invites long-lasting change and is sustainable and gentle. But this is just the beginning. Our next mix picks up the pace, precisely aiming for obstructed areas to supply oxygen-rich blood where it matters most. And it depends on a commonplace item that you've probably passed by innumerable times. I'd love to see you engaged, so please leave a comment with a 1 if this first discovery has piqued your interest. The second is white vinegar that has been flavored with fresh ginger. I still see Victor, a tough 68-year-old former construction foreman, acclimating to my office chair with grizzled hands and unwavering determination. "Dr. Leila," he murmured, "I'm not done fighting, but my body's quitting on me." After years of poor performance, his previous doctor had written off his difficulties as inevitable. I knew this formula might bring it back to life, though, since I could see the fire in his eyes. White vinegar's pure acetic acid is a powerful vascular cleaner, despite its lack of the glitz of its apple counterpart. Think of arteries as calcified roads that obstruct traffic when they become solid barriers due to calcium and plaque buildup over decades. By dissolving such deposits, this vinegar restores suppleness and permits a strong blood surge. Upgrade it with fresh ginger, not the dusty powder, but the colorful root that has been grated fresh to release shogalls and gingerols. These dynamos increase the generation of nitric oxide, the essential gas for dilatation and endurance in emergency situations, and relax vascular muscles. The key is preparation. In half a cup of warm water, blend together 1 teaspoon each of white vinegar and shredded ginger. For quick action, consume it 20 minutes beforehand. The ginger boosts flow and the vinegar clears pathways. 3 days later, Victor sent the following email. "Doctor, I feel like a kid again upon waking." By the end of the week, his marriage was back to its former glory, and the anti-inflammatory properties of ginger even helped to ease joint problems. In my work, I've connected this to more general benefits, such as increased endurance for work or hobbies. Ginger's ability to increase circulation and lower oxidative stress is supported by a study published in Phytotherapy Research, which is consistent with patient reports of quicker recovery after exercise. One noteworthy instance, because ginger has a relaxing impact on the neurological system, a 70-year-old veteran with PTSD discovered that this mixture helped with both physical discomfort and anxiety spikes. Reviving the man as a whole, body, mind, and spirit, is the goal. However, our third combination, which uses an opulent substance more often associated with gourmet cuisine than health revivals, fixes vessels at their core for deeper recuperation. Pure pomegranate juice combined with balsamic vinegar comes in third. Here comes Marcus, a 70-year-old Navy veteran who is regimented, has a firm grasp, and is secretly unhappy. Active and in good shape, he revealed, "Dr. Leila, I have the drive, but the engine is sputtering." His joy had been sapped by the arduous nature of intimacy. I recommended what I call the endothelial rejuvenator, pomegranate and balsamic. Beyond just salad dressing, balsamic vinegar's polyphenols help to smooth the endothelium, the crucial inner vessel layer, by preventing oxidative damage. Over time, wear and tear makes it rough. Much weathered roads make travel more difficult, but balsamic smooths it out for smooth flow. Punicalagins, which are powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation and promote tissue regeneration, are added by pomegranate juice to address root degradation and provide long-lasting benefits. Combine 4 ounces of unsweetened pomegranate juice with 2 teaspoons of excellent balsamic. Purity is important to prevent dilution of strength. Take it twice a day, an hour before peak, and in the mornings, empty-stomached for the best soak. Marcus's development? In weeks, I went from being hesitant to excited, walking with more energy, breathing more deeply, and having stronger legs. The system as a whole is lifted by circulation, which restores balance that cannot be created. Pomegranate's vascular benefits are highlighted in research published in the European Journal of Nutrition, which supports my findings that it improved performance and stabilized blood sugar in diabetic individuals. Anecdotally, a 75-year-old executive who was under stress from his job discovered that this blend relieved his hypertension and strengthened his marriage. He even joked that it was his secret weapon when negotiating. This is reconstructive, laying the groundwork for long-term vigor. However, our fourth uses Eastern wisdom to match with your body's nitric oxide factory, transforming the way we naturally fuel dilatation. Fourth, watermelon essence mixed with rice vinegar. I met Dr. Akira Tanaka, a modest specialist who is revealing longevity secrets from Japanese communities, at a symposium in Tokyo years ago. There, men in their later years kept up exceptional vitality through watermelon rice vinegar ceremonies. It clicked right away, suitable for my patients in the West. Amino acids in rice vinegar's gentle profile regulate pH, promoting absorption. It is fundamental, maximizing the utilization of nutrients. Better than tablets that fail in the stomach, watermelon extract shines with citrulline, which transforms to arginine for nitric oxide without causing digestive loss. Mix 2 ounces of watermelon extract with 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar in room temperature water. Eat 45 minutes in advance for the conversion peak. Elias, a 66-year-old patient and former athlete, exclaimed, "It's like my system hit reset. Full throttle for hours." Benefits include recuperation and endurance. A research published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine confirms citrulline's superior stamina. I've given this to golfers who are complaining of exhaustion. One 72-year-old player cut his handicap in half after taking the blend, attributing it to persistent focus. It restores the design goal and is empowering rather than overriding. However, our fifth enhances the experience by fusing mental happiness with physical preparation in order to create emotional balance. Fifth, dark chocolate with red wine vinegar. Introducing Julien, a 69-year-old former French chef whose eyes are shaded by lost zest. I craft exquisite meals, Dr. Leila, but the night's crescendo eludes me. His passion for his wife remained, but his face faded. This pair tackles 2 fronts. Resveratrol in red wine vinegar improves flow, reduces inflammation, and strengthens the heart. The bliss chemical moves from worry to ease, as dark chocolate's flavonoids, containing 70% plus cacao, raise nitric oxide. Phenylethylamine ignites attraction, and anandamide relieves tension. Add an ounce of chocolate after dissolving 1 teaspoon of vinegar in 2 ounces of warm water. Julien felt in tune, emotionally and physically primed. Anticipation was reignited as it became a couple's ritual. The International Journal of Cardiology emphasizes the cardiovascular benefits of resveratrol, which reflects the mood enhancements experienced by my patients suffering from stress. Here, a widower in his 70s found comfort in taking care of himself and reducing his loneliness. Indeed, holistic. The ultimate merger is the apex now, combining the benefits of rice vinegar, pomegranate repair, ginger surge, apple cider's clearing, honey's protection, and chocolate's elevation into a single elixir. Men of many ages regain their confidence, stature, and personal depths. Simple and inexpensive. Change is unlocked by consistency. This, in my opinion, restores natural cycles rather than coercion. Today, embrace aliveness and give it a try. Awaiting you is your horizon. You